Hello YouTube, Marauders here, and today I have for the Sony action camera AS100, I have the hard lens protector, the AKA-HLP1. So it's very simple. All it does is that it's just a little cover thing which you secure onto the lens of your action camera, and this only works with the AS100. So if you have an older model of the action camera, this doesn't work with it. So okay, it's very simple. It just locks on to the camera and that's it. Now a lot of you might be wondering, this cover already comes with the camera by default, so why would I want to waste money on this thing? Now the reason here is this: because if you use the default cover that comes with the AS100, it's a full seal, so it gives it the waterproof capability. But the problem here is that it also blocks up the microphones. Whereas if you use a hard lens protector, the microphone is unblocked, so it's unobscured. You get better voice pickup compared to using this cover. And so why you would use the hard lens protector is that you have a scenario where you want great audio pickup, but you want to keep your lens protected. So that's why you would use this lens protector. So it's very easy to slide on. You just slide on and off. You just nudge it. So what you do is it catches onto the little notch here. So you just slap it on, lock, and it moves around a bit, but it's most likely gonna stay on once you lock it in. The Sony also nicely provided a little lanyard, so you can use it to tie through the side of the camera lens and attach it onto the tripod stand. Now, if you are familiar with optics, you should note that there is one issue when you use this hard lens protector, and that is the fact that if you look at it, the surface of the lens protrudes quite far out from the actual camera itself. Now if you don't know what's going to happen, what's going to happen now is this: because it has such a far distance between the actual camera lens and the surface of this lens, if you have light coming at an angle, you will see a lot of lens flaring, and you see a lot of reflection. I'm going to show you some video clips afterwards, and what I want you to know is that what I want you to pay attention is when I'm using the hard lens protector and I start shining a light through it, you can actually see the reflection of the camera lens appear on the picture. It's not that bad when you use this the default cover, because the lens position isn't that far apart. But of course, even when you use this cover, there is still some lens flaring. And now one last thing to note is that when you're using the lens protector, you can't put it in any of these cases. So because the lens protector extends quite far to the back of the camera, so if you put it into any one of these cases, there's no way you can get the lens protector on. So if you're thinking of getting the lens protector to provide protection for your lens when you're using the skeleton frame or when using a live view camera, forget it. It's not gonna work. It can't go in. So take note of that. Okay, now let me just roll the sample videos of recording with and without the lens protector. Okay, so here's the test of the hard lens cover on the action camera. So we're going to see if it affects the sound. So that's with the lens cover on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shine a light near the lens. So we're going to see how much of a flash or shadow the lens cover will cause based on the light, because the lens cover does seem to rise a little bit above the camera lens itself, so it's very possible that with any light source that's coming from an angle, you start seeing a very harsh lens flare. So let me just see about this angle. You can see the dust that's showing up, so that's from the lens cap most likely. So this is without the hard lens protector. Sound test. And again the light. Now there shouldn't be much shadow or flaring because there's not much of a gap between the actual camera sensor and the lens itself. So it looks good. And for comparison purposes, this is inside the default hardcover case which the AS100 comes with. Sound test. And here comes the light. It's hard for me to see through the remote cam, but I can definitely see some extra flaring on this, on the camera, on the lens as well. Not as much as from the hard lens protector though. And that was it. That was a quick sample of the few scenarios with which by recording with and without the lens protector, and also with the default waterproof case that comes with your AS100. And so the difference you should have seen should be quite obvious already. When you're recording through the case, audio is slightly muffled, and you can definitely hear some difference. When you're recording with the lens cover, there's no problem with audio, but depending on your situation, if you have light coming at certain angles, you can see a very great lens flare and reflection. So I hope this helps you come to a decision on whether or not you want to get this lens protector or not, because it's obviously not for everyone. Again, the cool thing about this is, remember that it gives you the best lightweight protection of the camera, of the most important part of the camera. So it protects the lens without sacrificing any of the audio performance. But again, because of the potential for lens flares, it might not be the best for the scenarios which you want to use the camera in. So take note of that, and I hope this helps you come to a better decision on whether or not you want to buy this hard lens protector. Okay, this is Marauders, and I'll catch you guys later.